Hi grade 4 students, how are you? This is the worksheet solution video. Uh, this week we studied about sentences and fragments and four kinds or types of sentences. Now the first one is decide whether each of the following word groups is a sentence or a fragment. If the word group is a sentence, write S on the line provided. If it's a fragment, write F. Number 1. Today we are going to eat hot dog sandwiches. So as we said in the lecture that a sentence is made of two parts, the naming part and the telling part. And it conveys or it gives us a complete idea or thought. All you have to do is to find these two parts and try to find out if the sentence or if the group of words are actually making sense together. So today I have the naming part, we are going to eat hot dog sandwiches, and this is the what or the telling part. So I have both parts and it actually gives me an idea about what's happening, that they're going to have or to eat hot dog sandwiches. So I decide that this is a sentence. Second one, the money. That money what? I didn't know what's wrong with that money. Okay, so there's here a big question mark because one part is missing. So this is a fragment. The book is great. So even though I have a small group of words, there are only 4 of them. However, this is actually a sentence. Why? Because the book is the naming part and I'm telling that it's great, and it actually, I got the idea. It totally makes sense. Someone is saying that this book or that book is great. So this one is definitely a sentence. Number 4, they bought the new phone. So now I know what they did. They bought a new phone. So I got the idea. It makes sense. It has naming and telling part. So it's a sentence. Number 5, however, the boss decides. I don't know, decides what? Something is missing, right? So we don't know what did the boss or what does the boss decide. So here I have a missing part. So this is a fragment. Number 6, played with the snow. Who played with the snow? Again, I have a missing part. So this one, I would say that this is also a fragment. Now, right beside each sentence, S for statement, Q for question, C for command, and E for exclamation. Number 1, can you hold on to my hand? Can you? I'm asking here, can you? When I reverse these two words, like first it was you can, but then I made it can you. This is how I make questions from sentences, okay? So this one here, can you hold on to my hand? So I can say that this is a question because it ends with a question mark and it also begins with a question word. Second one, you need to laugh at the funny joke. So what can I say about this sentence? This is a statement. Some would say that this is maybe a command because here someone or maybe the mom is asking her son that he has to laugh at the funny joke. It could be a polite request, but we do not have an action word in the beginning, so I would go with a statement. Number 3, how much money do you have? How? So this is one of the question words. How much money do you have? So this one definitely a question. Number 4, I am so thrilled about today. So you can see that there is excitement in the way I'm reading the sentence, and it ends with an exclamation mark. It begins with a capital letter. So this one is an exclamatory sentence. Number 5, please take out the trash when you leave. Please. So I started with a polite request. Please, could you do that for me? Okay, so this one we can say is a command. Like, there's no doubt about this. Number 6, pass me the salt shaker. So this is also a command, okay? That's an order. Pass me the salt shaker. So this is also a command. Number 7, you did an excellent job. Do you see there are feelings within this sentence? So this one is an exclamatory. Section C. Rewrite each sentence with the correct capitalization and punctuation, then tell its type. Number 1, do your assignments in class on time. So what do you think this sentence is? Of course, we should capitalize the first letter and put an end mark. Now, what type of sentences is this one? Is it a command, or is it a statement, or probably an exclamatory or question? Which one? So as you can see here, I'm asking someone, or I'm ordering someone, okay, to do the assignment in class on time. So this one is definitely a command. Number 2, you need to practice using the computer. You need to practice. So it's like someone, like a friend of mine, is giving me some kind of advice that I should practice using the computer. So this one, I can say that this is an opinion. He's telling me an opinion. So I can say that this is a statement. Of course, it begins with a capital and ends with a period. Number 3, what is your favorite magazine? What is your favorite magazine? This is a question word, begins with a capital letter, ends with a question mark. So this one definitely is a question. Number 4, congratulations, you did a great job. So it begins with a capital letter. As you can see, it's full of feelings, and it should end with an exclamation. So this one is an exclamatory sentence. Now, write your own. Now, these are only statements, sentences, but these are you can, like, your answers may and will vary. Okay, so these are just for example. Statement, for example, Earth is the third planet from the sun and it's our home planet. A second one, question, how many planets are there in the universe? Number 3, a command, name all the planets. Number 4, an exclamation, I read that Venus has no moon. Wow, what's a piece of information that I have read? Now, the topic sentence. Read the paragraphs, then choose the suitable topic sentence from the box. Write the number on the topic sentence beside each paragraph. The first sentence I have, I lived in a small town when I was a child. Number 2, the town I live in is very small. Number 3, there are 2 main advantages of living in a small town. So let's read paragraph A. This is where we're going to write the topic sentence or the number of it. So this paragraph begins with a sequence word. First, you know everyone and everyone knows you. I wonder in which place that is. This helps you to feel safe, and it is friendlier. Secondly, it is quiet and there are fewer cars. This means there is less pollution than in a big town or city. To end, I advise you to live in a small town. So as you can see, they have stated, this is number 1, this is number 2, 2 positive things about living in a small town. How do I know? Because at the end he said, I advise you to live in a small town. So since I have the 2 advantages and I know that it's about a small town, I can say now that the topic is number 3 and I am correct. Moving on. Paragraph B, it was a very nice place to live then. Okay, so apparently he used to live there, but now he isn't. Now it's much bigger than before. More people live there and some big businesses opened offices there. My parents still live there, but they say it was better in the past. So which one do you think is the topic sentence for this paragraph? It's number 1 that states, I lived in a small town when I was a child. Paragraph C. There are only few food shops and 1 school here. Most people go to the big city to go shopping for clothes and gifts. There are doctors, but there aren't hospitals. Again, you need to go to the city if you need the hospital. However, our town is very nice. So in this sentence, they are talking about living in a town. So the town I live in is very small. Let's move on. Read each topic sentence carefully. Underline the topic once and the main idea twice. Number 1. Mobile phones are very important to many people. Now, do you still remember what did we say about a topic sentence and the main idea? The topic sentence is like the general idea, and the main idea is like what we're going to talk about specifically. So here, as you can see from the beginning of the sentence, you can tell that I'm talking about mobile phone. So this one is the topic. Now, what else? What I'm going to talk specifically, it's that it's very important. That's what I'm going to talk about, that they are very important. Second sentence, computers are very useful for learning English. So what I'm going to talk about specifically or in general, what I'm going to talk about in general, it's about computers. But specifically what I'm going to say that they are useful for learning English, and then I'm going to state how or why. Number 3, cooking needs a number of different skills. So I'm going to talk about cooking, mainly cooking. So cooking, what's wrong with it? It needs a number of different skills. So I'm going to talk about different skills that can be used in cooking, and then I'm going to write more details about this. Number 4, dogs make wonderful pets. So you guessed it, I'm talking about dogs, and specifically they are wonderful pets. Last part, read the given paragraph, write a suitable topic sentence on the line provided. I started fishing when I was 12. My father took me out on his boat and showed me how to catch a fish. I like to go fishing every weekend, but it's difficult now that I'm studying a lot. To end, fishing is very special to me. Now, if you remember, I told you that the topics, there's a hint to find the topic sentence. Usually you look for repeating words. Now here I have fishing, how to catch a fish. So even though it's not fishing, but it's still the same concept. I like to go fishing, but it's difficult now. But what is it? It's also fishing. So it's like I'm using fishing again. That I'm studying a lot to end fishing. So everything here is about fishing, right? So you can say the topic sentence is fishing, or we can use it in a complete idea, complete sentence. Fishing is my favorite hobby. That is the end of our worksheet. I hope you got them all right.